Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's episode. This is Johanna, your grammar tita. Today we will talk about idiomatic expressions or expressions that you can use in your everyday sentences and their origins. The first one is to rub the wrong way, which means to bother or annoy someone. It's said that its origins date back to the early colonial times wherein Americans used to own slaves, and the slaves would be ordered to rub the oak floorboards the right way. If it's rubbed the wrong way, it will leave marks on the floorboards, which annoyed their masters. Hence the reference to rubbing it the wrong way, causing someone to get annoyed. So there you go, that's the first one. The next one is to let one's hair down, which means to relax or to be at ease. Its origin date back to medieval times wherein women were obliged to wear their hair in elegant updos. And the only time they could, let their hair down was when they came home and relaxed. Hence, the reference to let your hair down or let one's hair down. So, when someone says let your hair down, it means relax. Okay? Now, this next one actually surprised me because we often use this phrase, but we don't really know its origin. And the phrase is to be caught red-handed. Now, it means that you are caught in the act of doing something wrong. And actually, it dates back to the Old English law, which is when you are caught butchering another person's animal or another person's livestock. And the only way for you to get convicted is if you are caught with blood still on your hands. That's why red-handed, because there's blood on your hands. So the reference to be caught red-handed is actually blood. It means blood is present in the hands of that other person. Now, the only way for that person to be proven guilty is if blood is still in his hands. See, I think that's another idiomatic expression, blood in your hands, when it's also literally in this context. So, hence the reference to be caught red-handed. Now we know. The next one is to give a cold shoulder, which means to be unwelcoming to another person. Now, this dates back to the 1800s, wherein it was customary to give a guest a warm serving of pork, beef chops, or mutton. And that meant that that guest is welcome in your house, or that person is welcome in your house. Now, if you're served with a cold shoulder, or the meat was it wasn't recently cooked, it meant that you are unwelcome in this person's house. So it's synonymous to saying, you can leave now, you're not welcome here. Hence the reference to giving a cold shoulder. Now you know how to use it in your sentence. Lastly, for those of you or us who are fans of Alice in Wonderland, this is not a reference to that, but it could be. And the phrase is mad as a hatter. It means that you are completely crazy. Now, it's not, we did not get this phrase from Alice in Wonderland, but it dates back to 17th and 18th century France, wherein hats were a thing and people wore hats all the time. And those who made these hats were exposed to mercury, which was being used for the hat felts. Now, mercury poisoning, it would manifest in ways wherein these hatters would appear shy, irritable, tremors would, he would suffer from tremors. Now, this is what they call the Mad Hatter's disease. That's why these people, when they would manifest all these symptoms, they look like they were mad. They look like they were crazy. Hence the reference to the idiomatic expression, mad as a hatter. So the hatters of the 17th and 18th century France indeed suffer from the Mad Hatter's disease. So now we know. Crazy, right? So that is all for today's video. Thank you very much for hanging out with me again. And yeah, I know I love my hair too. I know someone would point it out in the comments again. Yes, I love my hair too. And thank you everyone for always hanging out with me every week, for watching the content that I post, and for leaving me comments, leaving me likes. We're almost at 500 likes on YouTube. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for subscribing, for liking, for leaving comments, and giving me inspiration, giving me encouragement to go on. And again, let me know what you want us to talk about next week, and I'll see you again next time. So once again, this is Johanna, your grammar tita.